Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I love that song. It's one of the most powerful stories ever. It's one of the most powerful testimonies ever. It's really cool stuff. And in Acts chapter 22, we run into Paul, and Paul's been going through some stuff. He's been arrested, been taken captive, been beat up. Everybody is kind of just wanting to kill him. They are trying to kill him. The crowd is seething with violence. They are seeing red, and they want to take it out on him. And suddenly the crowd settles down. And Paul starts speaking to them, and he starts speaking to them in their native language, which is Aramaic, which is it's kind of important. If you want to talk to people, it's important that they actually understand what you're saying. And Paul starts speaking to them, and they settle down, and a hush goes over the crowd. And the Jewish leaders, they're ready to fight Paul. They're ready to debate him right there in front of everybody, right there in front of the angry crowd. But Paul doesn't argue. He doesn't enter into debate. He doesn't get into a discussion at this point. What he does is he just hits them with his story. He just tells them his story. If you'll read it in chapter 22, he talks about the fact, okay, I'm on this road, and all of a sudden I see this blinding light, and I get knocked on my butt, and all of a sudden I hear this voice, and it's Jesus, and my life is turned around, and everything changes. He just tells his story. Story is a powerful thing, because people can't debate story. Story is your most powerful weapon. A lot of times we feel like, I can't share my faith with people. I don't know all the facts. I haven't been to Bible college. I haven't read the Bible all the way through. I don't know how to answer all the questions. I don't know if Adam had a belly button. I don't know all of these different things. But all you have to share is your story. And our story is remarkably similar. It doesn't matter what happened before. The most important part of Paul's story was where his story intersected with God's story. And all of a sudden, he became a part of the story of God. It's the same with us. Okay, where did your story intersect with God's story? Tell people about that. And it all comes down to this. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I once was blind, but now I see. It's as simple as that, okay? They can't argue with your story because it's your story. They can't no, that's not true. No, it's your story. It's your experience, okay? So interact with people on that level. Your story is a powerful thing. Share your story. And watch out for the story stoppers. In this story, in verse 22, there's a huge story stopper. Paul is talking along, and he talks about the fact that God's called him to reach outsiders. And in verse 22, it says this: the crowd was listening quietly up until he mentioned the outsiders. And then the story stopped, because one big story stopper is prejudice. Okay, anytime that we are prejudiced against any other group of people, it stops the story. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to be story stoppers. We want to bring the story. We want our story to intersect with his story and become history. And incredible things can happen there. Okay, share your story. Don't stop the story. Don't stop other people's story. Share your story. That's what you've got. It's the most powerful thing that you've got in sharing your faith with other people. Just simply share the story. God bless you guys. Giddy up!